Hello my lovely Sag, welcome to Earth Tarot. How are you doing? This is going to be a general love reading for Sagittarius in Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. As it is a general reading, it won't resonate fully with every single person out there, but I do hope that you find it useful, helpful, at least enjoyable. As always, take what does resonate and leave what doesn't for somebody else. And this is a timeless reading, it's for whenever you come across it. If you're new to the channel, trying me out for the first time, then thank you so much for giving me a try and huge welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, my wonderful Saggy crew, then thank you so much for all your wonderful support. I hope you're doing really well and thank you for coming back again to see another video. So, if you've come across this reading today, I would say there's probably something in the message for you. As always, when I'm saying this is how you feel, this is how they feel. If it's resonating for you the other way around, just flip it. Even if you're coming here as a cross-watcher to see what's happening with Sag, you might resonate as, I was doing so well, as the Sag. So just flip the roles if you need to. I'm going to dive straight into a spread for you today, my lovely Saggies. And we'll see what's going on between you and the person coming through strongest in this reading for you today. So, can I get the top 8 cards for my lovely Saggies, please? Hold on. 7 of Wands came out with the King of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Could feel like you need to protect yourself from expressing emotions, or could be someone around you feeling quite defensive about opening up, being emotionally vulnerable. Can I get the top 8 cards, please? Sagittarius' spread today. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay. Oof. You might recently have had some sort of disagreement or conflict with someone, Sagittarius, like a verbal argument or just two people that are really butting heads or can't really get on the same page. Let's see though. And there you are at the bottom. Sorry, at the bottom of the deck we have Temperance, which is the major arcana for Sagittarius. I mean, this is very positive here, this overall energy. Let me just have a look. Wow, and Justice at the other end of the deck. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. So for some of you, you might be dealing with some sort of legal situation regarding a home or like a property, potentially. I don't know if this is like a breakup or a lingering breakup that you might be going through that involves a house that you're waiting on some sort of to be wrapped up with a contract of some sort. Ooh, okay. It feels like someone, whether this was you or the other person, Sag, was maybe trying to hold on to something and kind of whether a little bit of denial, kind of like, maybe if I just don't say anything, maybe we can just kind of sweep some sort of issue under the rug, or we can, I can hold on to this with all my might and I won't lose it. And there was this sense of inevitability that if approaching it like that, like kind of clinging on, I'm kind of getting like, if there was someone coming with like a wrecking ball to knock down the home that you're living in, and you've been told, this is all metaphorical, but you've been told for a while you're going to need to move out because the wrecking ball is coming on this day, the wrecking ball is coming, and then the person is like, no, I'm just going to hide under the covers, and I'm sure I can just still continue living in this house or staying in this place in my life. And no, that wrecking ball did turn up, and everything changed, obviously. But there is a sense of some healing here, potentially, I would say, for you. maybe discovering that you have the strength to actually deal with a situation that maybe you might have been in that kind of like hide under the covers mode because you didn't think you'd be able to weather the storm, or you didn't want to experience the change, which was coming. But I feel like you might even be discovering through some sort of healing that you are actually like kind of finding out that you do have this inner strength. You might also be, whoever is finding that out might also be finding that they have a real great support system with their friends around them that might be helping at this time, which might come as like, oh wow, I didn't know I wasn't expecting that you know, my friends would be there for me as much as they have been. It's actually like a very positive thing to find out how much they care and how much they're willing to like help. So let's carry on. Can I get the top 8 cards again for Saggy, please? Clarify the spread. All right. Wow. Okay. I haven't finished laying the spread out, but some of you may be facing some sort of struggle or hardship regarding your security, financial stability. There might be the end of a significant commitment or a living situation, which might be scary because like having to walk away from that home, even though the wrecking ball is here, it's like, but where do I go next? What's going to happen for me? This is very destabilizing, but it might have been because of a third party situation coming to light. It might even be for that other, the other person that you were dealing with, Saggy. Maybe they were the one who involved a third party. It could have just been too much of like indulgence. So it could have been, something come from having too much to drink and then stepping out on an existing relationship. But it's, even if it was the other person, it's like that meant that you also had to leave, maybe a mutual home. I don't know. Let's carry on. That's, Okay. Wow. At the bottom of this deck is Justice. Before I have a look at what else is there, I did already say we've got Temperance and Justice was at the bottom of that first deck as well. So it's here again. Someone else got Justice all over theirs. I can't remember. It's one of the recent videos I did. I did Capricorn, Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries and Taurus recently, and it was one of those. I cannot for the life of me remember which one, apologies. So, yeah, Justice, the Six of Pentacles, and Judgment, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, okay. So it seems like this is really talking about, you may have had to get, as I said, legal matters or like an objective third party, as in like a lawyer or someone outside of the two of you. When I say third party here, I mean it in the traditional sense of like someone who's just outside of the relationship to kind of pass judgment over, okay, who gets the sofa, who gets the kettle, who gets the family dog, etc. Definitely seems to be, it's something to do about a contract coming to an end, and there had to be like a final judgment call passed, and an agreement made maybe between two parties. This could be a divorce. Although I haven't really seen the Emperor and the well, there's... Oh, sorry. Divorce is not something to laugh about. I was just literally in the process of saying I haven't yet seen the Emperor or the Empress. And then I kept going down. Judgment, Ten of Swords. Wait for it. There's the Empress. And there's the Emperor. Sorry, that's why you got the maniacal laugh. Because, yeah... Okay, so for a lot of you, we're looking at a divorce. The Emperor and the Empress don't have to necessarily be married, although they often speak of that. It could just be, again, a significant long-term relationship. with the fact that the Knight of Cups is in the mix here, and even when the way they've come out, like, well, the order that they've come out in, the Emperor and the Empress are actually looking away from each other, if that's the actually correct order of as you go down the cards. And the Empress is actually looking in the direction of this Knight of Cups. So for some of you, it may have been the feminine in the connection whose eye got caught outside of the relationship. It does feel like there was, perhaps even during the relationship before it got to this point, someone was called to go in maybe a new direction, or to go forward where their dreams were calling them. So even that doesn't necessarily have to be towards somebody else, but it might have just been their destiny, that they were being called towards, maybe some sort of life purpose or a journey, like, you know, they were really passionate about making some sort of dream come true. Like, they felt like, you know what, it would be like someone who was working in sales, and then they're like, but my heart is telling me I should be working in the charity sector, or I should be working in a creative role, you know, making music, or I'm seeing, or like even an artist, a tattoo artist or something. And they felt like, you know, if I'm really true to myself, that's the direction I want to go in. But there was this, definitely this blockage of like, well, I can't do that though. So even if I know that's where I want to go, or what I would like to be doing, that would represent victory for me. It's just a stalemate of, well, that's great, but I can't do it. Like, because of XYZ, all these reasons that we kind of give ourselves, and we all do it. Like, if you want to live in a different country, why aren't you living in that different country? Like, okay, it's difficult, it's a faff, there's things you have to fill out, but you could make it happen if you wanted to. It's the things that we tell ourselves, and that, you know, that make us accept the blockage, the stoppage, and be like, okay, well, that can't happen. So, but I feel like things are changing. So it's almost like if this ending that is clearly coming through here, it may also be in a positive way, like a side aspect of it is that it's releasing someone to actually, you know, there's no blockage now potentially to actually pursue that interest, that spark of what they're passionate about. But let's see, that could just be for some of you, but give me the top 8 cards for this deck. I'm just going to get one more layer for you, and then I'll go through the spread. So give me the top 8 cards one more time for Saggy, please. All right. Oh my god. The first card out is Justice. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay, at the bottom of this deck we have the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Swords. Oh my god. The Moon with the Four of Wands underneath the moon. Are you serious? Page of Swords, the World. I mean, it cannot be any clearer. Essentially, someone with this Knight of Wands energy, see their gaze like looking out into the, like, ahead of them. Someone, whether it's you or the other person in the relationship, Saggy, someone basically, or, you know, this could even be, you could have been the third party, but essentially, whichever area you fit into when you're watching this, there was someone in a relationship who was looking elsewhere, looking outside of the relationship, with passion, with, you know, desire elsewhere. But they were very concerned. Even, you know, it was playing on their mind, the fact that they were doing this, because what they were keeping hidden was that they were married or in a long-term committed relationship. Someone may have found out that they were dealing with someone who was married or committed. They might have found this out by investigating online, or yeah, and they might have found out the reason why the person that they were dealing with wasn't making a decision. With this Two of Wands card, you see how this person is in a cage. You know, they're looking again with that sight towards this bird that's free and with this kind of longing, but they are caged. It's always like a Two of Wands energy of like someone who feels like, I have no choice. I actually, you know, it's not left versus right, it's neither. I have no option here. And why underneath the Two of Wands is the Devil, because there's two people here in that little greenhouse. I mean, their backs are to each other. So this could have been a relationship where there were two people who were not necessarily on the same page anymore, but they were bound by what they had already committed to, bound by their circumstance. They felt like this is bigger than what I want or what you want. Which, I mean, that's what marriage is supposed to be. It's, you know, some people would say it's like, it's not just about, no longer just about the two of you, it's also about the marriage itself. You're both working to maintain. Yeah, at the other end of the deck is the Ten of Swords. Oh yeah, 100%. Ten of Swords, Six of Wands, Three of Cups, Nine of Cups, King of Wands. This is someone who was loved getting the attention from people external to their commitment, their relationship. I feel like this is also someone who probably, and if this is you, then it's not a judgment, it's just what the cards are giving me, is that, you know, it's almost like whoever this was enjoyed the attention and kind of was very careful and strategic to, with these situations where they would, you know, flirt with other people, have the enjoyable social experience of like, as if you're free and single and able to actually then take it to the next level. But then they would never actually, you know, maybe they wouldn't take it to the next level most of the time. They would keep people at these other people that they were entertaining for attention, but it would always just be like, just keep enough of a distance, just like, you know, so that we're not getting into something here. You know, it's not cheating because we're not actually taking it to a place where we're dating, etc. We're just having a good time. We're just enjoying each other's company. I'm just enjoying, you know, your attention, flirting with you, etc. Because, yeah. It might have been like a cycle of doing this with multiple people, of kind of, it would go and whilst it was fun, and then if it got to the point where that third party wanted to actually take it to, well, are we going to start a relationship, or are we doing something, then they'd be like, no, bye, see ya, and potentially leave a trail of broken hearts behind them of people who did not know they were in a committed relationship when they were engaging with them like this, and B, of like, well, I thought we were enjoying ourselves, why, you know, as soon as I was like, well, it's, you know, is this a new beginning of something real, they disappear. So let's get into the spread, Saggy. How you're feeling about this person? Well, King of Swords, Death, and Justice. Yeah. I almost don't need to clarify. It's crystal clear. You are focusing on cold logic when it comes to this person and this situation. For you, you have, like, this person has been weighed, has been measured, and has been found wanting as far as you're concerned. That death card, I mean, it's obviously the death card talks about transformations, but it's quite a brutal death card in this deck that it's come out from, where this is like, I mean, the scythe, which you can almost say the King of Swords could be holding, it's his sword that he's holding, but it might as well be the scythe of the Grim Reaper, and like, there's two heads there at the bottom. The almost just got in my head like those are the heads of the two people from a Two of Cups card. It's like, this is done. This is over. I feel like you've really closed off any sort of emotion towards this person at this point. You have accepted the fact that this is over and this is an ending. And there is really nothing more to discuss, if you like, when it comes to this person, because it's just, I get a very steely, full stop energy from you about this person, Sag. I don't want to shortchange you, so I will see if there's anything else to add here. Anything else to add about how Saggy's feeling about this person? Oh, stop it. King of Swords. I'm serious. I was just shuffling. First card out. And the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Wow. And the Prince of Swords. It's potentially that you found out that this person was doing what I've already described about third parties. Anything else? I guess maybe not. Maybe that is all we have to say. Anything else you want to clarify or confirm? Eight of Swords with the Queen of Wands. That is you, Saggy, with the Queen of Wands. But it's almost like any desire or passion that you may have felt for this person before is no longer even, it's not the point. It's almost like, well, it doesn't matter how much I wanted them, or how much yeah. The Seven of Wands tried to flip, that's why I was just checking what it was, and then we have the Five of Wands that fell out, and the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you are in full defensive mode now about this person, and also defending your own independent stability and kind of getting out of this with as much security for yourself as you possibly can. This is like, Saggy's like, time to prioritize myself and to focus on looking after number one in this situation. It's almost like you can't be tempted by this person. This is why I'm like, it's getting this energy from you of like, there's nothing more to say. And it's almost like you don't want to think about any other aspect, and you just want to focus on the cold, hard truth. Why is Justice? Because you also you don't want them to make you waver or make you even think about being sympathetic to them or like taking it easy on them. It's almost like you want to, in this ending, you want to get as much for yourself as you possibly can, because you feel that that would be the right and fair way for this situation to go because of how this person has behaved. Tell me about Justice. Death. I can't listen. I said at any point me clarifying, because I feel the point has been made, and two of the three cards that came out from three different decks came out. King of Swords, Death. No, there's nothing more to say. Basically, you just want to transition from this person, this situation, to the next part of your life as successfully for yourself as you possibly can. This is over for you with this person. Now, how is this person feeling about you, Saggy? We have the Knight of Swords, Strength, and the Two of Swords. Now, it's interesting because you have the King of Swords and they have the Knight of Swords. about how you feel about each other, which kind of tells me that the king trumps the knight, okay? So it's almost like they are aware that you're in a stronger position in the argument, because, and it may just be because they're aware at the end of the day, if they have stepped out in the relationship, then they haven't really got a leg to stand on in an argument where you're sticking to your guns. They could have Leo in their chart. They don't have to, with that strength card. And there's Scorpio and Libra that's come through very strongly here as well, apart from your own sign. But the fact that it's almost like they have more that they want to say. They almost, I get a sense that they still want to potentially try and defend themselves in an indefensible situation. They are in an argumentative place with you. Now, the Knight of Swords in this deck is actually represented by Aries, the god of war, as well. So there's like... They might want to... They might feel like maybe they can overcome this with brute force, is actually what I'm getting from this strength card. It's not really like... I'm always seeing like they think that because there's the... In some, well, I suppose that could be a woman actually. No, that is a woman. But often with the strength card, you see the Empress, and it comes in different representations depending on the strength card. But it can be more of like a strength through kindness, a strength through looking after the lion, or like taming the lion. In this case, the lion actually looks quite uncomfortable and painful, and I guess it is still the Empress. Is like almost, actually, it looks like. Side note, it looks like if you've ever had a pet dog or a potentially pet cat, but I think it's more a pet dog thing, where they've eaten something and you need to get it out of their mouth quickly before they actually swallow it. It looks like that's what she's doing. We've all been there. But well, my point is, it's either that they feel like you have them in some sort of headlock, Saggy, where you are reaching down their throat and ripping their heart out, is one thing that just popped into my head. Or that they feel like the only way to that they can handle this is to fight back with aggression, is actually what I'm getting. And there's no like strength through kindness here at all. It's more like strength through brute force. But this Two of Swords is like, but they're blocked. Their path is blocked. They it might be that they have more things they want to say. They want to continue an argument with you, and you're just not having it. You don't have to actually have blocked them, although some of you may have. But even if you haven't blocked them, or they're still trying to get through to you in other ways to kind of force you to listen to their argument, you're just not having it. It would be like definitely like a slamming the door in their face kind of energy as well. So anything else to clarify how this person's feeling about Sagittarius? The Five of Swords is at the bottom of the deck and the Empress came out sideways. I mean, this Five of Swords is more verbal challenge, conflict, and also the fact that there's, for me, this can often talk about someone trying to win an argument at all costs, even if it means saying something that really, really cuts below the belt, or is really, wow, like some of the worst stuff that we say out of anger or in very toxic circumstances. Why is the Strength card here, please? Thank you. Ten of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. The Hanged Man. So it could just be that they want to maybe try and force you to reconsider giving it, like, as in they might not want you to give up, and to just accept that this is over with them. They might want to kind of make you pause on the ending and keep the situation hanging in limbo, in stasis for a bit longer. Like, they might be trying to force you to reconsider, or at least, you know, sleep on it, Saggy, or kind of thing. What? Someone's being sneaky though, and obviously probably this person, because there's a sneakiness around that they're trying to hold on to finances that the security of the relationship gave them. And I feel like that's more why they would be trying to get through to you. Do you know what I mean? It's not necessarily like, please reconsider. I'm not getting emotional regret from this person. I'm getting trying to force you to stick it out with them because the situation aids them financially or with security wise and their stability. Anything else about this strength card? Queen of Wands, is that Leo energy again. What about the Queen of Wands? Seven of Swords. So oh, dude. So what is their point? What do they want to say with the Knight of Swords? I said they feel like they haven't got a leg to stand on because they were the ones who stepped outside of this relationship. So what's their point? Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Why is the Knight of Swords it? Ace of Swords with the Ten of Swords. What's the Ace of Swords? That's interesting. The Four of Wands is at the bottom of the deck, and the Hierophant fell out, also kind of sideways. Oh, for some of you I am actually kind of connecting with the third party who potentially didn't know they were a third party. Knight of Wands has just come out in reverse on top of the Seven of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. Ugh. King of Wands in reverse with Justice. Wow. Wow. Yeah. So for some of you, I'm talking, as I said, to the third party who didn't know they were one, and in that case, if it's come to light that this person was just playing around outside their relationship, and they might have tried to convince you that you were, or make you feel like you were a Two of Cups to them, like a soulmate, a very special union. It's funny. So the Two of Cups did come out. I don't know if I showed you that. And I was talking about how you feel like, and I said, I was like, I don't know why, but the Two of Cups card just popped into my head. It's like, these are the heads of the two people on the Two of Cups card. And you're like, no, don't want to even, I've got, like, it might be that you were very attracted to this person, very desiring of them. And it has come to light that they are actually married, or... And the King of Wands has come out in reverse, and the Queen of Wands has come out upright. And that is you, Saggy, as well, with the Queen of Wands. So, yeah. It's interesting. I feel, for some of you, it's obviously, it's hard for me to say who, it could be either, but for some of you, it has come out not only to the third party that this person was in a commitment, but it's also come out to their committed partner as well. And it's like both situations are now ending or no longer feasible. Let's carry on. What happened in the past in this connection? Saggy, we've got Judgment, 3 of Cups and 4 of Pentacles. There we go. So the fact that Judgment is here, I feel like there was some sort of test, maybe, of everyone involved, is kind of what I'm getting. Of like, what are you going to do? Maybe this person has a history of stepping out on their committed partner already. And I feel like there was another moment again where they were questioned by the universe of like, are you going to do this again? Not for all of you, perhaps. But they failed spectacularly. They failed the test. And also the fact that this 4 of Pentacles here is just an energy of someone who's totally just out for themselves. They take what they want from every situation. They take what they want from their committed partner and from the third party, because they're really just out for themselves. This is very mercenary energy. What's this one? Tell me anything else about what happened in the past here. Listen, whatever someone has got themselves involved in, I feel like it's very, like, they might have an issue with not being able to deny temptation, or they're like, it's just a sense of like lust or something along those lines. It gets them into trouble. Oh, Jesus. 9 of Swords just turned around inside the deck, and it's split to show me the Tower and the Hermit. Interesting. Yeah, just you know what I was saying about desire and lust and that kind of thing? It's just like an indulgence. It feels like almost someone who can't has no self-control, or is too into behavior patterns where maybe of self-destructive, even if someone tries to keep everything above board and, you know, keep healthy habits for a while, and then they just self-destruct or fall off the wagon. Obviously it doesn't have to be just drinking, but it could just be like substance abuse, or just living very recklessly. Anything else about what happened in yeah, they say that, and the Ace of Wands falls out. Anything else about what happened in the past, please? Page of Swords and the Emperor. Tell me about that Page of Swords. Honestly, I keep getting this message that someone was avoiding letting something go, or like trying to like repeatedly trying to make something a success, even when it's like, I don't know how to describe. I'm trying to think of the right metaphor. It's like, I guess it would be like if you're, you know, a very comfortable old pair of jeans or something, and you don't want to just accept the fact that there's so many holes and they're almost threadbare and the crotch is about to fall out. And, you know, like, what happens to all best well-loved jeans? It's like, those jeans need to go in the bin, or, you know. And it's just like someone who kept trying to repatch them. And again, that wrecking... I'm mixing metaphors like an idiot. But like the wrecking ball was coming. There's going to be a day where the genes just disintegrate. There's no more patching is going to save them, you know? I think someone was running from making a decision that potentially a third party may have like brought to them, like to make them face it once again. This test could even just have been like, are you going to accept the fact that you don't want to continue being where you have been? You know, just because it's a long-term committed relationship doesn't mean that therefore, if you're clearly not happy in it, if it's clearly on the brink of disintegration, on the brink of the wrecking ball turning up, and just the whole thing's going to fall apart. This judgment, this test could have just been like, stop trying to hold on to something. Is it still healthy for you? Is it still good for you? Okay. But they did still try to hold on to how everything already was, like, you know, the behavioral patterns, if you like, that they had been able to get away with thus far. So, what is this person's current situation, you might ask? Six of Wands, the Moon, and the Seven of Cups. The Moon and the Seven of Cups is a lot of delusion and illusion and kind of smoke and mirrors. And it's just hilarious that the Six of Wands is here, because this would be like someone, their situation is, you know, outwardly trying to give the perception that they're fine, they are successful, everything is going according to plan. It's just fake is what I'm getting, because they want to show to everybody that they are a success and their choices that they've made have all gone great. And this would be like someone posting photos on social media or whatever of them having a wonderful time, partying, celebrating, you know, even in another context, like putting up pictures of them and their committed partner having the most amazing holiday or having a beautiful romantic dinner or something, but they didn't talk to each other the whole dinner. They were on their phones talking to other people, and then they got home. Did they talk to each other? Maybe. Did they have an argument? Maybe. You know, it's like, it's not all what it's... This is really giving me fake outward success in their current situation, because as well with this moon, it's like there's so much more going on underneath the surface. Maybe that it's just in them that they're not outwardly showing to anybody else of what's really going on with them emotionally. And they're also just trying to project this persona or idea to other people that they are just winning, having a great time. Okay. Let's use this one. So let's see, shall we? Please clarify. Tell me about this energy with their current situation. We delve under the illusion. The Three of Cups has come out. So yeah, I still see a lot of like socializing, indulgence. This person's giving me like a nomad energy of like, now they're trying to find a new beginning. You know, they might be staying with friends. They are giving me a sense of being very unprepared. What about the Ten of Pentacles? Strength in reverse. And justice, of course. Justice for like the 7th time. And the strength in reverse with the 10 of Pentacles. I don't know if they're staying with family, potentially. Family or friends. I get the sense that they don't have the courage to actually be honest about what's going on. They don't have the courage to actually face it. They feel... why is the strength in reverse? Yeah. Excuse me if you can hear my stomach rumbling. We've got the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Didn't I just say they don't have the courage to actually tell people what's really going on? Yeah, exactly. Why is that? Death is at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this person feels like they are unprepared. I think I said that already. I'm just getting the sense they're not ready to set out and have a new beginning. But they're not, this person might be really bad with accepting change or choosing to change. They would continue to try to like keep up the pretense. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Because they feel too small. And they also just don't feel like they could deal with the unknown. So they'd rather stay in a situation and pretend everything's great than actually venture out on their own. They might feel like they come with too much baggage for, whether that's physical, literal, or like emotional or whatever, for other people to accept them. Yeah. Wow, I just split the deck and the Tower is there. Death in the Tower. I am going to eat some porridge after this. I'm starving. Okay. Definitely, I just get a sense that they are, well, yeah. They're keeping up the pretense with friends, family, maybe about their relationship or about how they're doing. And it's mainly out of a fear of expressing the truth, because then it might also then be like their friends or family be like, well, if that's really how you feel, then why aren't you doing something? Why aren't you getting out there, have a new beginning elsewhere, kind of like a real one, not this kind of like middle ground, playing around outside the relationship, but no, it's not actually anything's happening, And it might just be that they feel like a crushing expectation to, well, if you're not happy, then do something about it. So they'd rather just tell everyone that they are happy. What does this person wish would happen in the connection between you and them, Saggy? We have the Three of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Swords. So we've got Taurus energy with the Hierophant. But anyway, this just feels like I don't know what I can say about what they want, because it seems like they're just almost accepting the fact that you now know that they are in a commitment, and that has put an end to things with you, or that they are, what they want is just kind of, this Three of Swords card kind of gives me like a woe is me kind of energy of that they just want to stay where they are, accept the fact that they are already tied into something, they've made vows, they've made some sort of commitment, they have this, it's bigger than them, that they can't overcome it, so they're just going to, what they want is to just long for you from afar, and just accept the truth, but also just accept that it's over with you, and that this hurts like hell with that Three of Swords card, but it is what it is kind of what I'm getting from this person. Anything else you can tell me about what they wish would happen between them and Sagittarius? Ace of Swords. It's the same card. Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. Oh, it's crazy how often this happens. But this Ace of Swords is in this deck that it's come out in now is rammed into this like bench. It's kind of reminded me of the Sword and the Stone, of like, you know, there needs to be the chosen prince or knight or whatever to pull the sword from the stone. But I get the sense this person is, what they want is to like be aware of the truth and to just hide it. To just live in denial. Why is the Ace of Swords here twice for this person? Because it's also, if it was an Ace of Swords pointed upright, a completely different story. That would be more like they want to speak their truth to everyone. They want to live their truth. They want to live authentically. They want to, you know, be honest with everyone. But this is more like they already have the truth and they want to just ram it into the ground so that it's not going anywhere. I was about to say I feel like the moon is going to come out because of what I just described, and the moon is at the bottom of the deck and the strength card is there. I mean, the fact that they feel the strength card about you, it could also just be that they feel like they need to hold back the desire to speak to you, to continue to fight for this, to continue an argument with you. They just need to accept this is not a path I can go down. Okay. So yeah, they want the strength to just keep this hidden. Keep this truth between them and the universe, and no one else to know how they really feel is what they want to happen. Why is the Hierophant here? Seven of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck and the Ten of Cups came out. I don't know if this person is having a child with their committed partner. If they are, they're hoping it's going to fix everything. Good luck with that. But they feel what they want to happen is to long from you from afar, Saggy, to keep the truth hidden, to not live authentically. Like, I've never seen someone so desperate not to live authentically. Because it's like, oh, I can't. And what they want is for what they have been investing in, and I feel like that's more practically, for security-wise, for that to pay off, and for them to somehow live happily ever after. Okay, what is the block or challenge to this connection moving forward? We've got the Five of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. Sorry, I kept wanting to say Five of Swords with that Five of Wands card. So again, the challenge here could be verbal disagreements or challenges with communication or a straight up argument. But anyway, Five of Wands, Three of Wands, Five of Pentacles. So yeah, I mean, fives in tarot talk about challenges, and you've got two of them in the challenge position, so that is pretty cut and dry here. We've got arguments. We've got someone who is that really, I feel like it's you, Sag, really sticking to their guns, but it's also like this, you know, both of you are sticking to your guns, but in different regards. Maybe about the future. It's almost like a very stubborn, argumentative energy I'm getting here, and also like a pettiness of like, well, if you've challenged me, then now I will leave you out in the cold, kind of thing, or vice versa, or well, if you're ignoring me, then I'm going to ignore you, or it's a bit of ego that's wrapped up here as well. There's no future at the moment that either of you can see, basically. This Three of Wands would be like, what, looking forward to things progressing, looking ahead, what's coming next, optimistically waiting, but neither of you are. Essentially, the challenge here is that both of you are on different, you're maybe both looking out for yourselves, which is necessary, but unfortunately that means something very different for someone who wants to live authentically and with someone who doesn't. Yeah. Anything else you can tell me about what the challenge to this connection is? Two of Pentacles in reverse. Why is the Two of Pentacles in reverse, please? Yeah, Eight of Swords. The Chariot. If this person... it's almost like the challenge here is that there's no way forward with this person trying to juggle you and their current situation. Like, there's just not going to happen. It's not going to work. It's a no-go. Like, that, it's just almost like... these are not two situations that can cohabitate, It would be like trying to get a lion and a deer to like live in the same enclosure in harmony. And obviously, I'm sure there's a YouTube video somewhere where a lion has befriended a baby deer. I'm sure, like, we get every animal combination of the world, but it's just like, eventually the lion's going to eat the deer. So these two situations just can't live in happiness and peacefully in the same situation. In some ways, I think you both would want there to be a new beginning, because I've got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the Ten of Cups that fell out. Underneath the Ace of Wands at the Tower and the Ace of Pentacles. Like, this would be like in the Moon, but it's all hidden. It's because there would be another tower. I feel like this person's probably gone through a tower with you, Saggy, and then they would have to go through another tower of their to make the choice, like to choose to go in a new direction. There's a stubbornness from this person as well, that they are unable to open up and tell you how they really feel. Something just reversed inside the deck. King of Pentacles in reverse with the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, King of Pentacles in reverse is can be like someone who's unreliable, selfish, not stable, not someone that an Empress can rely on to have a future with. Can be too focused on materialism as well. This person is just, it's just a no-go for them to actually make a decision to get out of their current situation, and you're not prepared to be juggled with their current situation and not to be given a real relationship. So with that, yeah, that's going to be a challenge to the connection, absolutely, because those, as I said from the start, you're butting heads on. You're not on the same page about what you want to happen. So the action that this person is most likely going to take towards you next, Saggy, we have the Eight of Wands, the Magician, and the Two of Pentacles. So it does suggest that this person is going to be in touch with the Eight of Wands, and they're going to be maybe trying to make something happen with you again. Definitely suggests communication. But obviously the Two of Pentacles is there. They might turn their attention back to you in the near future, but the other situation is still there. Like they have not dropped the other situation. It's still there. I'm just really drawn to the fact that this person is now looking towards this pentacle, but this other pentacle is absolutely there. They're just kind of holding out a view, like, don't look at that, look at me, don't look at that, look at me, kind of thing. That's what I'm getting. So that has not changed. But when I'm saying it like that as well, because the Magician is here, and the Magician is, it's a little bit of, is it the bait and switch? Is that what that's called? Or deflection? Like, because you're looking at this so much, you don't see what's going on with their other hand. Tell me more about the action this person's going to take towards Saggy next. The Tower is at the bottom of the deck, and the Sun fell out. Tell me more. What's this Eight of Wands? Five of Wands back at the bottom, like at the bottom of this deck now. Three of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands. I feel like this person is going to try to convince you to continue building on them in some way, and to kind of let your guard down. Again, I sense the fact that you're trying to be very, like, you're like, this is over, this is dead, this is done, and I've got to focus on the truth. And I see a persuasion attempt with communication from this person. Why is the Sun here, please? Unless you've just made it clear that nothing's happening with you until they get a divorce, or they end like the long-term commitment that they're in. Judgment came out with the Five of Cups. Three of Wands came out on top of the Eight of Cups, which is, a huge shift, like leaving something in the past quite often and looking towards the future. Two of Wands in reverse, which I described earlier, because the Two of Wands card that I showed you, it's like there's no left or right here, there's just no choice. So I don't know, I still am getting a sense that this could be you accepting the fact that there's no future with this person, because there's no choice. Like, if they're not leaving their current person, they're not single, there's nothing to choose about, basically, because, yeah. This is leaving something in the past and looking towards the future. But I said this person hasn't dropped this other situation, then they haven't made a choice, and then the Two of Wands in reverse comes out. So yeah, they haven't. The Moon has come out on top of the Three of Pentacles. Anything else? Why is the Sun here, though? It could just be like they're continued. Okay, All right. Yeah. I was about to say their continued attempts to try and communicate with you, to try and make something happen, is only going to kind of cement your decision more that you need to. It's sad, it's sorrowful, but nothing has changed. And they're continuing to try and juggle you with their other situation. It's like maybe an illumination for you once and for all. And then, as I said that, I split the deck, and then we've got the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Swords. I feel like this is more that they might continue to try communicating with you, Saggy, but at the end of the day, it might even just make it even clearer for you that your future is not in the direction of this person. It kind of might be the communication that really cements this is truly over. Now, what's going to be, I would normally say what's going to be happening between you and the person that's coming through the spread in this last position in the next few weeks, next month from when you come across this reading. So we've got the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Wands. There's some very sneaky behavior here. I would be very careful because this, I'm almost getting like, you might receive communication thinking it's from this person, but it's not, or from someone else, but it's not. If you receive any like messages that you get a weird vibe off, just be careful replying to it, because I am getting kind of like a setup energy off of this. It's almost like choose wisely about what any message that's coming towards you, or any offer of any beginning love that's coming towards you, because I don't know, I get like a very sneaky deaky, it's almost like someone waiting for you to take the bait so that they can pounce. That's what I'm getting from that. Let me see. Yeah, if you get a message and it's like, oh, it's me, but I'm just using a different phone, and, you know, it's from like an unknown number, or, oh, I had to set up a new social media account, which is why I'm messaging you from this one, but, you know, it's got no picture. I strongly get a sense of a setup here. Tell me more. Oh, listen, when I'm on it, I'm on it. The Seven of Swords came out with the moon at the bottom of the deck. Underneath the moon is the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups. Oh, and yeah, the King of Pentacles as well, he's there. If there's a sudden turnaround in the near future, Saggy, where it's like, oh, this person is now offering me the new beginning in love, where they weren't before, I would be very careful, because the Seven of Swords coming out on top of the Seven of Swords, and what I was just saying about I get a real dodgy sense off of this Ace of Cups. Someone else got a reading recently where I was like, that's the weirdest Ace of Cups vibe I ever got. It was either Taurus or Aries. It was one of the last two. Anyway. Okay. I'd be very careful about replying to a message. I know that's vague, and obviously you just have to trust your intuition about this, but there's definitely a warning here about it could even be someone else pretending to be this person contacting you. Tell me about the Seven of Swords, please. Temperance came out with the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Trust your intuition, and then the High Priestess is there. Be patient, like, think about it. Don't respond right away. Take some time to sleep on it. Split the deck, and the Five of Wands is there. There is potentially other people who might want to try and, maybe this person's friends, or people that are close to this person or people who are close to this person's committed partner. I don't know, I get the sense of trying to bait you into saying something that they can use against you. And yeah. Anything else about this outcome? Princess of Cups in reverse with the Ace of Swords. Why is the Princess of Cups in reverse? The Tower with the Ace of Cups. Now, bearing in mind everything at the bottom of the deck is going to be upright, but the fact that I was talking about this, almost this poison chalice, Ace of Cups, or this kind of like, be very careful about accepting this, or, you know, seeing this message as true, as like real, and then the Tower is there with the Ace of Cups. So yeah, Princess of Cups in reverse. This is not a real Ace of Cups offer that's happening in the near future. I feel like this is someone else in meddling, basically, or trying to set you up, Saggy, about this person. So trust your gut. Take time to reply as well. Think it like calm, or like there might be a rush of emotion when the message first appears, or some sort of declaration of love is sent to you. But approach it in a very clear-minded state rather than rushing, because it's definitely, like, I feel like a sword of Damocles hanging over this Ace of Cups. That's what I've got for you this time, Saggy. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here and for watching and for all your support. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button for me. It would mean the world. It just takes a second. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And I would recommend hitting the notification bell, and then you won't miss when I put up any new videos. I am quite sporadic with my uploading, so I recommend that. And if it resonated, leave me a comment and let me know. Thank you so much. I wish you all my best. Speak to you soon. Bye.